Hello everyone, it's Lottie from Enjoying the Journey, Cancer as a Lifestyle. So as you can tell, today has been a very overcast day, just raining all day, more of a drizzle. That's irritating than the downpour. But tomorrow the temperatures are going to drop drastically, so we're kind of expecting everything to turn to ice. So as the new year has begun, it seems like all of us are reflecting on the old year and setting goals for the new year. And so I thought I would also do a kind of my intentions for the year or so of what I plan on doing. And I'm going to kind of reflect a little bit on what has happened over the past year. So this past year, I've kind of ended up challenging myself a little bit more with trying to join some make-alongs and challenges, not really make-alongs as much, and tags, and just try to be more part of the Yarny community than I normally was, and I really enjoy that. I have to say, even though it took a lot of my time, and because normally I am just crocheting, I should say about 98% of anything I make at crochet, it goes to charity. That's just what I do. That goes to my ministry, and that's my main object, my main focus. So it did take a little bit away from it, but then I kind of flipped it, and I kind of took what I was making and to donate to charity. So it worked out really well. I do want to continue doing that this year. I want to be actually involved in more of a make-alongs than and try to participate in everyone's challenge if I can. The same thing has, I'm also going to try to keep, last year I started this, I will make a crochet blanket for anyone who is in need or someone going through cancer or any kind of illness or any kind of pick-me-up that someone may need. If you request it, I will make a blanket for that person. I've made quite a lot of blankets this past year. That was a big success, I have to say. I was more than surprised, how many I did. I don't mind doing those. I let the colors speak to me, and whatever, colors come out. Actually, everybody seemed to like it, even though it may have seemed a little strange to me when I made some of them, but the person who was on the receiving end really enjoyed the blankets. So I am going to continue doing that. If you know of someone who may need a pick-me-up, I just did one in December. So if you know of anyone, just email me or message me, get a hold of me. My contact information is in the description below. You can also find me on Facebook as well. And I'll be more than happy to make a blanket for someone and send them out, all at my own cost. So I am going to continue doing that. I am going to be continuing all, like I said, the challenges and the make-alongs. I definitely, yes. The one thing that I am going to try to change a little bit, because I've noticed that, I donate a lot to charity. Like I said, 98% of what I make, I donate, and I mostly would send it out. I would send boxes, packages to across the 50 states. It's just wherever. I would just, if there was a need, I would just send them something. And I'm still going to do that. I'm still going to do that, but I'm also spend some time looking in my community. I'm going to try to do more of that in my community, because I can donate a huge amount if I deliver it myself. There's only so much you can stuff in a box. And, because of the cost also of postage, I mean, you can send, 5 boxes to one charity if you want, but there's just a huge difference if I deliver it. And I made the 85 hat sets with Terry, when we did that and I delivered that, that's a nice amount that you can say that I donated 85 hat sets, I kind of like that. So I kind of looked up at all the charities around me, and I am going to be delivering a lot more. I also saw the benefit when you do deliver in person, you get to see the charity itself. You get to see how they operate. You get to see the other donations that are made. So perhaps instead of, you know, like when I did the hat and scarf sets, I noticed there were other donations, but there were none of hat and scarves. You know what I mean? Like, you get to see what is actually being donated. So for future use, I know that, you know what, they need that. I mean, if I went and found there were hat donations already, next year I would try to donate something different. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's benefits to that when you do that. So I really am more interested in doing in my community where I can do large donations. But I'm still going to donate to wherever is in need. I love Warm Up America. I love how they have a current need on their website. So anytime there's a flood or a tornado disaster or hurricanes or anything, they're there. And usually on their website, they'll be collecting items for those victims. So that is a good organization that I go to all the time. So that's going to change in that respect. But I'm still going to donate to my, you know, my die-hard places that I've donated for the last 8 years. One thing I do want to do different this year, I would love to participate in all of the Vlogtobers and the Vlogmasses and the Vitas and all of these, you know. I mean, I have to sit down and think about, I think there's one in February, isn't there? I'm not even sure. The problem is I've basically, since I've been on YouTube, I participated at one time or another for part of it or all of it, but never all of them in the same year. And I really would love to do that. I see that, but that takes a lot of planning. That takes a lot of, you know, you need to sit down and do these things. And I think you need to plan them really well. So that's something that is also going to be changing, is that's my goal for this year, that I really want to be part of that. Which, you know, time has always been an issue for me because I am involved in so many things that, you know, how to schedule that time. So that's something else I'm learning, is I'm going to be doing a lot more scheduling and planning on a monthly business basis. So that's something I've been working towards also now. How long is this going to last? I hope all year. But one never knows. Also, I want to point out there, if there is anyone who is, you know, if any of you have any extra hats or scarves or blankets or things that you just don't have any need for, we all crochet, but not everyone donates, and you would like to, you know, get rid of some of your things or even your scraps or whatever, you are welcome to send them to either to me or to Terry from Nana's Crochet Ideas. And we can, because Terry has become my partner in the ministry, and she basically takes care of the West Coast and I take care of this part. So we kind of split the map. I'm in Central Illinois, and I kind of, you know, take care of the Midwest there and all, and she takes care of the coast, and, you know, and we just kind of split the map in half. And because something else I'm trying is I am trying to work up in inventory already of stuff that I have on stock. So then if I find that, you know, hey, there is an event coming up, and you know what, we may need some blankets or hats, you know, and it's 50 or 80 or 100, I already have majority of them made. So that's kind of something that is going to be a little more difficult for me because I really don't have the space for that, but I'm trying to find, make some at least ahead of time. So if anyone is interested in that, you know, you have some items and you don't know what to do with them, you know, you're free to send it to me or to Terry, and we would appreciate that. We would love that. And or if you have scraps, you don't know what to do with these scraps, we'll be more than happy, or at least I will be more than happy to take them. So that's about all that I'm doing different this year. I am not going to be changing many things up. I am still going to be recording every 2 days. I found that that is my best schedule for me, and I enjoy that, even though I do, there may be times that I do miss a couple days and all, but basically it's a 2-day schedule. Now, so I am going to be working on some projects for myself, and that's going to change how I do them, since I do, like I said, 98% of my anything I make goes to charity. I am going to be working on some projects for myself, but I'm going to space them out where I work on something, you could say like one at a time. So where it's more workable. I have a lot of yarn that I bought for myself for these special projects, because there is a whole bunch of yarn that I have that has been donated. I never touch that for any personal use. I always save that for donations, because that's what they're meant for. And I kind of believe in karma. I don't want to mess with that. When someone gives me a donation for the ministry, it stays with the ministry. But I found I have bought quite a bit of yarn that I wanted to work on special projects with. And I have, you know, it's like I said, 98% of my time goes to ministry. That yarn is piling up with projects that I wanted to try and do for, you know, a couple years now. So I'm going to make an effort to make one item at a time. You know, there's always going to be one item that I start and finish just for myself. And then when that is done, then I start another project for myself, no matter how long it is. I know this sounds so bad, but that's my plan. So I'm hoping at least one a quarter. I would love it if I could make something once a month for myself, but that's just not going to happen. But anyway, these are just minor little challenges that I set out for myself. I have really made an effort this year to schedule myself a little better, make lists, make schedules, plans. I have sat down and written them out and kind of did more of a vision board. Instead of like pasting pictures of it, I have made notes for myself. So even when I do a vlog now, I have written down things for me to make sure that I cover everything that I want to say. I'm trying to really try to be more organized. Now, when I first started YouTube, I was like that with, you know, I had notes for everything. There is something else that I want to work on, but then I'm going to do a special video for that, and that's to continue on with my journaling, and I would really like to get a good start on that. So these are just like some little minor goals. I really don't have like a list of projects that I want to make, because I know very well that projects can be overwhelming, and especially if your time is kind of limited. So my goal is going to be more just to get into that personal yarn this year that I was not able to get into. Kind of make an effort, take some time to work on some personal projects, even though the ministry is my number one goal. But anyway, these are just these minor things. Have you guys made a list for yourself every year of things you want to improve on, or all? I would love to hear what you are working on or what you would like to change. I think I had a really good year this past year, and I want to continue and kind of make it more precise and kind of like chisel it down to where it's all working just nice. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.